This is Bobby C. reporting from our nation's capital, where Bryce Harper won the Home Run Derby on Monday night and the American League All Stars won the Home Run Derby on Tuesday night in the Midsummer Classic. What was better, last night's Home Run Derby or tonight's Home Run Derby?
Tonight's was. We only had one represented last night in our league, and we had quite a few represented tonight, so I'll take tonight.
I took a cutter down the middle of the first pitch and then kind of went into battle mode and just was trying to put a line drive in play, and it left the yard. It was crazy.
What do you think is the best part of being an All-Star?
The best part is just getting a chance to represent the Yankees, I feel like. Getting a chance to represent the New York Yankees, represent, New York, and represent my family, teammates, coaches, everything like that. And getting a chance to be around certain players that, represent the game the right way, and great role models, getting a chance to pick their brain, man, it's quite an honor.
To be here, to be on the stage with, some of the best players in baseball and get to come in this locker room and interact with them and talk about baseball and things that they're doing at the plate and what to do and what not to do is a pretty cool feeling, and to get to experience that is always fun.
After making the comments about your desire to want to stay in New York, just what does it mean for you to be representing the Mets and to be on a stage like this?
It's fun. Anytime you get to represent your team and be at an All-Star game is a huge honor. And like I said, I really enjoy my time in New York and really enjoy playing for this team.
I just got a one goal, and he's playing bigly, and now I start playing in the All Star games. Pretty awesome. And nothing, try to take that experience and enjoy the moment.
You have to, every year try to be better. The guys, they're always, getting better, the hitters. So you as a pitcher have to work out and do the best you possibly can to be a better pitcher.
Was there one moment when you were a kid that you watched in an All-Star game and said, someday I'm going to play in an All-Star game?
I don't know if I have one of those moments, but the one I do remember is Garrett Anderson winning the Home Run Derby when he was at the All Star Game in Chicago. I grew up in Orange County, California, so I was a big Angels fan, so him doing that was one of my special moments that I remember from an All-Star game.
It's awesome. I mean, it's so hard to get here. The guys here are so good. I mean, I'm competing against them all the time, and you know that these are the best of the best. And so anytime you get the recognition to come here, you always have a smile on your face.
The Midsummer Classic was classic indeed, and perhaps the only thing that could have rivaled it was what happened in the Home Run Derby the night before. The hometown kid said it would likely be his last Home Run Derby, citing D.C. hosting the All-Star festivities as the primary reason why Bryce Harper would give it a go this year after finishing as the runner-up in 2013. But Harper's second time in the Derby and his homecoming yielded far better results.
That's the kid in me that you guys saw tonight, and I was very fortunate to be able to share that with you guys and show that to you guys and show that to these fans. And this wasn't only for me or my family and everybody like that, but this is for the cook and the guy that works the front and the people that work upstairs. And I mean, this is for the whole city of DC. Harper advanced past Freddie Freeman with 26 seconds left on the clock and passed Max Muncy in the second round with a full minute left. Harper's chances against Kyle Schwarber in the final didn't look great. Schwarber clubbed 37 dingers in the first two rounds to Harper's 26, and Schwarber crushed another 18 in the final round. And Bryce got off to an unimpressive start in that final round that featured his dad losing the strike zone while the whole thing hung in the balance. And I knew I had 30 seconds, so I walked over and I saw Doolittle, I saw Max, and I said, Max, I gotta hit 9. He goes, no, you gotta hit 10. And I was like, yeah, you're right. Okay, here we go.
I just knew if we got on a little bit of a roll, he could win it, because I knew he could hit 20, 25. But it was a lot of fun. I had a blast, and I'm glad he barreled up about 8 in a row there, so he saved me. He hit my barrel, 9 straight or something like that, and I mean, I couldn't be more fortunate to have him thrown to me. So blessed. It climaxed with Harper surging back from the dead in the final minute and cranking dinger number 18 in the final seconds of the allotted 4 minutes. With 30 extra seconds coming, the result was a foregone conclusion. One badass Home Run Derby. Some showing by Bryce Harper in the days since haters have condemned Harper and his father for cheating in the Derby. Derby rules stated that the ball
has to land first before the pitcher throws the next one. In that final flurry, Harper and his pops were off to the races. The ump said nothing. Still, big ups to Harper for pulling that stunner. Yankee fans may have missed Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton in the Derby, but the Judge connected on his first career All-Star home run in the game itself, and in doing so became the youngest Yankee to homer in the Midsummer Classic since Mickey Mantle. The post-All-Star break buzz has been centered around the looming trade deadline at the end of this month. In fact, the possibility of a big trade or big trades were topic of conversation those few days in D.C., with Manny Machado seemingly on the move. Wednesday night, he was dealt. The Los Angeles Dodgers won the Manny Machado sweepstakes, acquiring the prized All-Star shortstop from the Baltimore Orioles. The Orioles received 5 prospects in the deal. Manny was rumored for the Phillies and even the Yankees, as we said last week, but ultimately he heads to a team that came a game shy of winning the World Series last year. With an eye on October and beyond, the AL Central leading Cleveland Indians scooped up All-Star closer Brad Hand from the rebuilding San Diego Padres. The Indians needed Hand to shore up a bullpen that has been without left-hander Andrew Miller since late May and has a 5.28 ERA, second worst in the majors. The trade was announced Thursday, well ahead of the non-waiver trade deadline on July 31st. The Yankees and Mets had the off day Thursday with the All-Star break wrapping up. The two will get back at it this weekend with the Subway Series in store in the Bronx. Time for some quick hitters from around the world of sports. France is your World Cup winner. They topped Croatia 4-2 last weekend to win it all in FIFA. Novak Djokovic won it all in the men's singles at Wimbledon, while Angelique Kerber played spoiler in the women's finale against Serena Williams. Still, an impressive showing for Serena. British Open is on tap on the links. The 147th Open Championship has started in thrilling fashion, and the fireworks continued as round 2 began on Friday in Scotland. Rory McIlroy got it cranking right out of the gate as he looks to move atop the leaderboard, while Tiger Woods, Phil Mickelson, and Jordan Spieth all hope to make major moves later this morning after teeing off. From the NBA hardwood, the Oklahoma City Thunder have agreed to trade forward Carmelo Anthony to the Atlanta Hawks, where he will be waived and become a free agent. League sources said the Houston Rockets are the frontrunners to sign Anthony, who is also considering the Miami Heat, according to reports. The San Antonio Spurs have traded All-Star forward Kawhi Leonard to the Toronto Raptors in exchange for the Raptors' star guard DeMar DeRozan. The move ends a season-long saga surrounding Leonard's discontent in Texas. The former Finals MVP played just 9 games last season due to injury. Meanwhile, the Raptors lose their own All-Star in DeRozan, who led the team in scoring last season. Gotta say that was surprising. Darrelle Revis's announcement, meanwhile, was not surprising. Revis Island is closed, folks. The legendary cornerback is calling it a career. Revis played for 4 teams in 11 seasons: the New York Jets, New England Patriots, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the Chiefs, but spent the majority of his career with Gang Green. Now 33 years old, he sat out most of last season until signing a 2-year contract with the Chiefs on November the 23rd. He played in 5 games, 2 starts, plus a playoff loss to the Tennessee Titans. The Chiefs released Revis on February 8th, saving $4.5 million on their salary cap. The Pro Bowler cleared had his last step, of course. Regardless, he's lost a step. He's a Hall of Famer, and in my book, a first ballot Hall of Famer. Up in the press box, the Oakland Raiders, who are moving to Las Vegas in 2020, are also moving on from their radio voice of the past 21 years, as the team said Thursday that Greg Papa will not return this season. Brent Musburger, a broadcasting veteran who has worked for ESPN, is in line to replace Papa on the team's broadcast as the play-by-play announcer. The 79-year-old Musburger is one of the leading figures in sports broadcasting history, with 27 years at ESPN and ABC and 17 with CBS. WFAN's Joe Beningo will be back on the air Monday. The radio station's owner announced Thursday. Beningo, 64, on vacation this week, was accused in a bombshell lawsuit of sexually harassing a former female ad executive, allegedly pressuring her on several occasions into threesomes and then damaging her career after getting rebuffed. FAN is sticking by Joe. Beningo co-hosts a daily show with Evan Roberts from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Hottest selling jersey in sports right now, probably Ronaldo. On July 10th, it was announced that Ronaldo had signed a multi-million-dollar agreement with Italian soccer team Juventus, marking an end to his nearly decade-long career with Real Madrid. Ever since, his new jersey is selling like hotcakes. They sold 500,000 in the first 24 hours. That's how to make your money back on a free agent signing. Fans, don't forget the Hoops in the Sun Roundball Classic will host its Midsummer Classic this Sunday at Orchard Beach. Fans will be entertained all day long, starting at 11 a.m. The popular basketball tourney has a dunk comp, the All-Star Game, and a celebrity game on the schedule. Best part, it's all free. Swing by the Bronx Riviera on Sunday. Those are the headlines. We hit the C-list for some commentary on abs. In this space, I have long championed many of the greats of the game. I think anyone who watches the show knows how I feel about Michael Jordan and probably about Tom Brady, too, despite the fact that I grew up really loathing them both. Still, I think it's safe to say that Brady is in the same combo for GOAT, the greatest of all time. Brady won the 2018 Excellence in Sports Performance Award, winner for the best NFL athlete. Despite the honor, he was shamed on social media this week because the mastermind of TB12 doesn't have washboard abs. Brady bared his chest on vacation in Costa Rica. Social media users took to shaming him for what they deemed to be a strikingly average dad bod. Some joked that the GOAT ate a goat, saying his body didn't reflect his elite athleticism and pitched to eat healthy. Others, looking toward their own bodies, stuck up for Brady, disheartened that his abs or lack thereof were shamed. In the end, believe it or not, the abs aren't the end-all be-all in determining great athletes. There are plenty of dudes with washboard stomachs who never even played in a Super Bowl, let alone won MVP of the game. From the looks of that pick, I think Tom is doing just fine, folks, in his life. That's your sports. I'm Bobby C.